Hi, I'm Francesca and welcome back to Law of Attraction Changed My Life. So last week I put a little Q&A on my Instagram. If you're not following my Instagram already, it's at Law of Attraction Changed My Life. And I got a ton of questions. These Q&As seem really popular. And I get a lot of questions daily about love and relationships. So I am going to do a completely different question and answer session for relationships. So if your question isn't in this one, that's probably why. Did you use any law of attraction methods when starting your own business? If so, any tips? Love your channel lots, love your comments lots. I think it is my pure love and my pure passion for it that makes it so successful. I think another thing as well is that I was kind of focusing on the lifestyle that I wanted to have. So I knew that I didn't want to have to get up every morning and go to an office with commuters on the tube, packed, and work 9 to 5:30 for the rest of my life. I knew that I wanted freedom, I wanted to work for myself. But if you'd said to me, what about beauty? I'd have been like, no way. So I think actually focusing on the aspects you want from a career, sometimes rather than the career itself, if you're unsure, can definitely help. How to stay positive when you just heard you have to leave your job in a few months. The universe knows better than we do. Like, we just assume we know what's best for us in our lives, and sometimes the worst things that happen to us, maybe it's a marriage breakdown, maybe it's losing our home, or like you, losing your job, can actually be the biggest blessings in disguise. And I know that this is really difficult to do, but sometimes you just have to take a leap of faith and believe that this is the right path for you. If you're meant to lose that job, you're going to lose it, but trust me, you're going to go on to something 10 times better. Ever Kate asks 2 questions. Any easy everyday tips for practicing the law of attraction, and also how to improve depression with the law of attraction. I think I made an entire video on depression with the law of attraction because it seems like the two kind of don't go hand in hand. I have never really been depressed until I got pregnant, and my hormones have meant that I've had crazy prenatal depression, like awful. And it's the first time I've kind of had to deal with that alongside my belief in the law of attraction. And the point of faith, of any faith, is that it gets tested. And of course, when you have depression and you are a believer in the law of attraction, you think, well, hang on, how can these two go together? Surely I should be able to cure myself of anything. But of course, it's not that simple. Sometimes you do need help. I will link the video down below of the video I made about this. Smile and a Hug 1, what a cute name. What do you do when you need to pivot, when you're in a cruddy mood and you don't feel like trying? Of course, this happens to us all the time. One thing I would say that is the biggest pivoting moment is how and when you wake up. Your morning routine will determine how your entire day goes, and that's why a lot of the practices that we do with the law of attraction, or a lot of practices people just do in life, i.e. like working out or yoga or having a healthy breakfast, if you start the day right, it's easy to just keep on going. It's like if you're pushing a massive boulder. That first push is so difficult, but then once it's rolling down that hill, it's easy street. This is my favourite question. This is my top question of the day. What are the 3 top things you've manifested using the law of attraction, and what did you do to achieve them? Oh, how do you just pick 3? Everyone's heard about my love story, like, forever, so I'm not going to include that. I would say my number one thing, we're talking like wow moments where you're like, whoa, this is 100% down to the law of attraction. The number one would be when I had my book published. That was without a doubt when my documentary came on the BBC, and it had the same song that I had been using to visualize the publication of my book. There was no doubt in my mind. I was just like, holy fuck, this works. My second one, I would say, would be my flat. My flat is my greatest love in my life, pretty much. I absolutely love it. I was buying at a time when it was basically impossible to buy in London. There were 3 flats that I could afford in the whole of London. One of them had floors like this, so you had to walk up and down hill. I mean, it's probably fallen down by now. And the other one was 1 room, and you had to have a clothes rail above your bed, and to sit on the toilet and shut the door, you had to sit sideways. My mum wanted me to buy that one. Like, it was legit, it was so small. It's like the size of my bedroom. And so when I managed to get this apartment, it is exactly where I would want it to be. It is 2 bedroom. I have a roof terrace. Like, look, it was basically impossible to get something like this at that price. And it happened through the law of attraction, I believe. And I would say my third one is actually I was going to say my pregnancy, but I want to do an entire video on pregnancy and fertility because I think it's a really important thing that a lot of people have issues with. So I'm not going to dignify that with a little like 20-second response. But I would say my third one is my good friend John Mason. He's at the Mason Way on Instagram. If you want to go and tell him how much I love him on Instagram, this is his handle, so you can go and tell him. He'll be really freaked out. But I did a little video about law of attraction tattoos. So I had a tattoo on my neck meaning love, but like platonic love, and it was in celebration of a friendship I have with my friend Caleb, and I wanted to meet someone just like that, like somebody that I 100% click with. And not 2 weeks later I met John Mason, and he is legit one of my best friends in the whole entire world. Like he's my soul sister. Dream Cafe with Ma has 2 questions. Well, we're on a time limit today, so we can only do one. How does it feel to be pregnant with a man from your vision board? Crazy. It feels crazy, mostly because of my crazy hormones. But yeah, it's insane. In fact, we still talk about how insane it is how we met, and you know, what a sort of fairy tale this is. I mean, life is not a fairy tale, believe you me. My life is not a fairy tale. It's shit sometimes, but yeah, it is incredible, and it is a testament to everything that I believe in, and she is being born out of pure love. What do you do in your daily routine to keep yourself on the right law of attraction track? I find it so hard to stay on track every single day. So I know that a lot of people say like, you should do this process in the morning, and you should do this process in the evening, and you should do this and this. And they're all great tools for helping you keep in your zone. But I think that the best thing to do is to generally try and treat the law of attraction like your religion, like your faith. And in doing that, you live it. So everything you do, you don't even have to think about it anymore. It's not like a conscious decision. It's like if you go to the shops, you just think, oh, I'm going to find a parking space right by the shop because that's what I want. What I'm trying to say is, in a very roundabout long way, is just live it every life. Incorporate it into your daily life. And there's a lot of ways that you can do that. And I think that is the most effortless way to live this kind of lifestyle. I feel like I'm talking really fast. Am I talking really fast? Wendy Dark asks, I'd love to know how to keep your vibration positive when your husband doesn't believe in the law of attraction and doesn't want to even try and understand it right now. I feel you. Some tips on how to deal with this would be great. I totally get where you're coming from. I made a video all about this, and I can't remember what it's called, but I will try and link it down below or put some kind of picture of it here so you can click on it. Actually, you won't be able to click on it because I can't do that. But I was saying about people that don't believe in the law of attraction, don't waste your time trying to convert them. All you can do is live your life and live your truth and be an example to them. The other thing I would say though is sometimes when it's someone like a partner, someone that you are living your life with, the more enlightened you become with the law of attraction and you realise how people's attitudes affect your life. And obviously you and your husband's lives are very much integrated, they're very much together, they are affected by each other. It can get frustrating when you can see someone being negative and being kind of their own downfall, but you know, we all struggle with that, girl. I struggle with that. Nina asks how to visualize correctly and how to change body appearances, different eye color, height, etc. This is a very, very interesting one because a lot of people have said that you can change your appearance through the law of attraction because your cells renew every 30 days or something like that. So I think Bob Proctor did an entire video on this. I will try and link it down below again. I've got a lot of video research to do after I film this. But yeah, he says that you basically renew all of the cells in your body, and that's how people can cure themselves of cancer and cure themselves of multiple illnesses. I have a little experience of this recently. I have really bad, well, I'm not going to say that because I don't anymore, but I used to have very bad long distance vision. So I can see up close, but long way away. Even if there was like my friend over there, I'd be like, who are you? Have I ever met you before? And it was really, really disturbing me. And I didn't want to wear glasses. I can't put contacts in because I'm a fucking wimp. And so I tried to cure myself of this by just being like, I don't need glasses. I don't need them. Like, I don't need them. I can cure myself of this. I did eye exercises, purely practicing the eyes, and I truly believed it would work. So I went into the optician's about 2 weeks ago, and I said to the optician, it'd been 2 years since I'd last had an appointment there, and I said to him, you might think I'm crazy, but I've been doing these eye exercises on how to cure yourself of myopia. And he was like, look, don't expect too much. Your vision has been getting like gradually worse over the years. Don't expect too much. I was like, well, just you wait, bitch. And anyway, we did the test, and he was like, I was like, yeah, what is it then? And he's like, your prescription has not only stayed the same in 2 years, but it's actually vastly improved. I needed to get glasses that were less strong. Can you believe it? So yeah, I do believe that you can change your physicality through the law of attraction 100%. We're all energy after all. That's all we are, is a bundle of energy. American girl in London. Whereabouts in London do you live? Do you live near me, Islington? How do you find a place where you are not yearning for what you want, but really living like you have it? It's really hard when you want something in life so badly. I totally understand this. Sometimes it is the things that we want most in life are the things that are the hardest to attract, because we have a very strong emotional connection to them, a very strong passion of wanting, and that can be a lot harder to break. I would say that if you're struggling to feel like you have it already, feel like it's coming. If you're waiting for your soulmate, clear out room in your wardrobe. If you're waiting for the perfect job, start to clear out your desk and like put together your CV and get yourself ready and get your extra qualifications you need. Like, because you're not acting then, you're not acting as if you have it. You're genuinely, it is coming. You're just, you know, putting it into action. That's the best thing that I can suggest for that, really. Ever have something or someone you manifested disappear, and what to do in that case? I'm able to manifest really cool things, but some of them disappear in a short time. What is going on there? What is going on there? I'll tell you what. So this is actually more common than you think. When you've worked so hard to manifest something and you finally get it, you then switch and you have a fear of losing it. You need to lose that fear of losing it, and everything will be absolutely fine. This is really common, and I think if you look on Jack Canfield and on The Secret movie as well, they do cover this, so I would definitely have a little rewatch of that. Swills102 asks, how do you attract better friendships into your life? People who are like-minded and uplifting. I've struggled with putting myself out there after being hurt by friends in the past. I would love for you to do a whole video on this. Well, today's your lucky day, because I've already done a video on it, and I will link it down below. It is called How to Become the Person That You Want to Meet. Your thoughts are like a mirror. They exactly reflect back. So it might be that you want someone who is amazing or who is very motivated, but you have to be amazing and motivated in order to attract that type of person. Go and watch the video. Let me know what you think. It's one of my favorites, actually. It's one that I have to remind myself of quite a lot. I think you'll like it. Bexy Boob asks, how to let go of years of being treated differently by family members compared with a sister. Have to take a step back from the family. Did you watch the other night on Channel 4, I think it was called Rich Brother, Poor Brother. I highly recommend, go and watch that now, go and watch it, it's on 4 on demand. And there's two brothers, and basically one is super successful, multi-millionaire, very happy, got a child. The other one is living in a van. You can see he's very angst, he's not happy in his life. He's never got married, he never had children, he's kind of got nobody. And it turns out that the one that was super successful, as a child, he always felt very sidelined from the other brother. The other brother got all the support, got all the care, and he felt like he had something to prove to his parents. Let me tell you, feeling sidelined is the biggest favour anyone will ever give you, because it will give you that drive and determination to become the best person you are in order to prove those people wrong. And that I truly believe. That's it. Go and watch that though, seriously, it's really good. Natalie Watkins, what are you guys saying? You ask a question every time. I'm sure I must answer. They probably get lost. But here we go, I'm answering it now. Do you have any favourite law of attraction exercises or practices to manifest your goals and dreams? Yes, I would say number one is visualization. Visualization with music, 100% is my favourite manifestation tool. Number two is being specific with your goal. You have to be super specific. The more specific you are, the better the outcome. The more vague you are, the more vague your outcome will be. And number three, what's number three? I've forgotten. Pregnancy brain. Oh yeah, physical action. So law of attraction, there is action in the word. You have to take action to make these goals actually happen. All right, thank you for watching. As always, please do subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next week. I promise I will. I will be here. See you then. Bye.